Of this Vyapakanama Vasudevaha comes this Dwadasakshari mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Of this Vyapakanama Vishnu comes the Satakshari, Om Namo Vishnave. Of this Vyapakanama Narayanaha comes the mantra Ashtakshara, Om Namo Narayanaya. These three mantras are exceptionally powerful. Of those three, we find two mantras embellished in this. The first comes, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Chanting this mantra only, Dhruva got that post higher than Brahma's. That small boy, 5-year-old boy, who sat in penance, meditating upon Lord Vishnu, upon the teaching of sage Narada, he could make Lord Vishnu appear before him by this mantra only, Dwadasakshari. So when you call Lord Narayana by this mantra, he is bound to come, he will come, because this mantra has been handy for many, many saints, for many, many rishis. So we call him by certain names which should force him come out of his love, out of his affection for his children. Dhanvantraye, I told you the meaning of the word Dhanvantraye. The person who is inside, who makes everything run properly, just as a ringmaster in a circus circle, he makes all the horses run around him, he makes all the lions and the elephants and tigers run around him regularly. Out of fear for him, they walk, they stand, or they sit as per his commands. Similarly, Lord Dhanvantari is inside here. He is giving command to all our system. They are operating normally. So, Dhanvantriye, Amrita Kalasha Hastaya. Kalasha means bowl. Amrita, in that bowl there is Amrita. Now, this Amrita Kalasha is in his hand ready. Hasta means hand. For a palmistry, we say Hasta Samudrika Shastra. Hasta means hand, palm. Now, he is having this bowl of divine nectar ready to be served to his devotees. Just as a warrior is having a rifle in his hand ready to shoot the enemies. Just as a king is ready with his sword to fight. He is ready with the bowl of nectar to be served to his devotees. It is not as though he is having in an almirah or in a box, in a hidden place. He need not go in search of that, open the door, take it and serve it. No, he is readily having it. That shows his readiness to cure your diseases. To make us understand this connotation, they have used this terminology. Amrita Kalasha Hastaya. O God, who has this Amrita Kalasha, the bowl of nectar, in the hands ready to be served, I need your grace. I beg for your grace. That is, these Vaishnava Shastras speak of one term, Nirhetuka Kataksha. Nirhetuka Kataksha means a grace given for no reason. You take mercy, you take pity on a beggar who is sleeping on the platform with his begging bowl by his side. Without his demanding, you drop a coin in that bowl. What for? For no reason, out of mercy, sheer grace. The same way, God helps us out of His Nirhetuka Kataksha, reasonless mercy, costless grace. So we are begging for that. While we call Him by such names, He is reminded of this grace. So He comes running to help us. Sarva Amaya Vinashanaya. Sarva means all. Amaya means diseases. This is a common name given to all kinds of diseases. The human body has been made in such a fashion that it is susceptible to disease at every end, from top to bottom, from your head to toe. Every limb, every speck of your body is susceptible to any infection or disease or disability. Any system may go wrong any time. But by God's grace, we are able to be normal. We are able to be leading a normal life. These ancient acharyas have said that the number of diseases possible for a man in his life are lakhs and lakhs in number. They are not in hundreds. Lakhs and lakhs of diseases are possible for a man. And the modern doctors say that contagious diseases like cancer, TB, and such things, they have their seeds, the germinating bacteria already in our body. Even in a healthy body, those germs are there ready to attack us. Because of our resistance, they are suppressing them. They are not able to make us sick. But once God decides to make us sick, well, He releases them. He gives them power. Well, then you are flat on bed. So, for every second you are leading a healthy life, you must thank God. For every night you are able to sleep peacefully, you must thank God. For every day which goes on normally, you must thank God. If you are able to eat thrice a day normally, you must thank God. When you drink water, the water goes in normally, you must thank God for that. For every digestion, for every excretion, for every breathing, for every action, you have to thank God. We are indebted to Him on countless measures because the nature of our body is like that. That's why they say Sarva Amaya, all diseases. Now what is He going to do with all these diseases? Sarva Amaya Vinashchanaya. Now, there is a difference between the word Nashana and Vinashana. In Sanskrit, once you add this prefix V, it means total annihilation. When you remove that V and say Nashana, it is not total annihilation, it is just destruction. In English, there is a difference between annihilation and destruction. Destruction means you undo a particular form. Now you demolish a building, you reduce it to pieces of bricks or mortar. It is always possible to bring back the building to life again. That is destruction, temporary destruction. Annihilation means removing for good. Now when you want to kill a plant, if you just cut the outside exposed area, you cut the stem of it above the earth, it is dead or it seems to be dead. But when the next rain comes, the root of it is there alive, it sprouts out again. It springs out again. It comes back to life. You can notice it on our walls. Sometimes we find small plants coming up on the surface of walls in our houses. You want to clean it off, cut it off. What happens is, as and when you cut it off, it comes out again, it sprouts again, because the root is there alive. So this mere nashana is not sufficient. The total annihilation, removing it, killing it for good, that is vinashana. So if you want to get rid of your diseases, once for all, a permanent destruction, Lord Dhanvantari can do it. Sarva Amaya Vinashanaya. It is for that we are begging for His grace. Sarva Amaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya. Now this Lord Dhanvantari is the Lord of three lokas. What are those three lokas? Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Swaha. The earth. Now the Lord Indra's loka and other lokas. All these lokas have been classified under three heads.